Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome. Welcome live viewers. Welcome Lisa. Welcome everyone. Thank you Miracles for joining. I see lots and lots of people jumping on. Eric Bear, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Jay, thank you for being here. Thank you all for being on today's scope. So today, welcome Zoraida. Yay, we have a crowd. So today's scope, I really, so I've been doing a lot of planning and thinking and reflecting. And one of the things that has come up for me in the last couple of days is sharing more with you all. So today, I have to admit, I'm a little nervous, which doesn't usually happen, but I am, through the nerves, I'm excited as well. So, I decided in December of last year to completely dedicate myself to you all, to my clients, to my viewers, to really bringing into this world more empowerment through my business, Sexuality Power. And for those of you who are just joining, thank you. Hi, Betty. Hi. Thank you all for inviting followers and sharing and giving me so many hearts. I definitely am so grateful on today, which is Gratitude Tuesday. If you didn't catch my scope this morning about gratitude, check it out. So last year I decided to go on this venture, and I had my business for a few years, but I really wasn't out there, right? I wasn't standing in my own power in my business. I was really hiding from the world and just playing small, like really doubting myself and my abilities and my gift. And I started doing a coaching program in October, end of October last year. And through that coaching program, I really became completely vulnerable. I started to really learn about shit that was like blocking me, that I didn't necessarily know that was there. And I slowly began to also see how patterns from the past were continuing to repeat themselves. And this is, the first time I saw it in regards to like my business was in December. But what I realized when, at the end of it all, what I realized was that this repeating pattern, doing things consistently or not having an awareness of why things keep coming up for us, was exactly what was happening for me my entire life around my sexuality. So growing up, I had a lot of different things come up around my sexuality. If some of you might know because you've seen some of my earlier scopes, but I grew up in a very religious family where sexuality was just shunned and it was not talked about. It was if it was talked about, it was in a hypersexual way, and it wasn't by the people that were raising me. It was by like the outcasted family. So I really struggled for a long time with my sexuality. I had low self-esteem issues and judged myself for, losing my virginity in high school. Actually, I was raped. But I hid that from my family. I hid that from, a lot of people. And I blamed myself. And I repressed my sexuality. And I really, it wasn't until college when I began to rediscover my own body, to rediscover my sexuality, and really begin undoing some of those beliefs that were ingrained in me, right? And I know, because I've lived through this, that there's so many people out there across the world that are going through the same issue. And that's why I'm here on Periscope. That's why I'm here talking about vulnerability, being vulnerable, being exposed, because people are suffering. And I know you're suffering. And I know you're keeping things inside, and I know you feel shame and guilt, and you're blaming yourself for things that have happened. And I'm also here to tell you that there's a way out, that you can actually liberate yourself from all of the past trauma, from all of the crap that you were taught, that you've learned through society. You don't have to exist in that. You can exist as a free sexual spirit like I am, and it wasn't an easy journey. I'm not going to say that it was easy because I did not have guidance, right? I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a life coach that was coaching me on this throughout my entire life. But you have me, right? You have me. I'm here. I'm ready and willing to support people in this breakthrough, in really undoing all of the traumas and pain and hurt, and expressing who they are, because we are all sexual beings who are spiritual beings having a human experience as sexual beings, right? So I want to help everyone, as many people as I can, really live into that power, live into their full expression, their full vibrant selves as sexual beings. And I know for myself, I'm not going to say that it's like, I'm just clear, like nothing comes up. That's not true. Stuff does come up, but I have the tools that help me to overcome those. So instead of it taking me like 7 months to get over something, right? When it comes up, I can get rid of it like in a week or 2 weeks or a month. Right? So I'm able to overcome things much more quickly and actually have a lot more awareness about things when they come up. Thank you all for the hearts. So grateful to have you all here as well. Thank you, buddy, for your kind words. And I know that this is a struggle. I know that it's things that are usually not talked about, that there's a lot of shame and blame, victim blaming, over sexualization of women, over blaming of men, right? Men have also been made to be these perpetrators. So if you're a guy and you're going through that, like, I also hear you. I also know where you're coming from, because I lived through both sides. Like, I've seen what it's like to, be a guy and like be blamed for something that, it's not you, right? You're being blamed for an entire gender is being blamed for something. And that's also not fair. And if you're living through that, I also get it. I get how difficult that can be to be perceived as one thing, to not know how to approach women, because no matter how you approach them, there's like an endless, game that you don't know how to win. And I am here to say, the sexuality game, the relationship game, the love game, you can win. We can all win. We're all meant to win. And that's my purpose. That's my mission. That's why I'm here. That's why God sent me here. That's why I chose to come here, right? Because we all choose to come here and express ourselves and help other people, right? I don't empower anyone. I give you the tools to empower yourself, right? Because you teach a woman or a man how to fish, and they can feed themselves for an eternity, right? I'm not giving you fish. I'm giving you the tools to fish. How do we work with you? Yay! Thank you for the question, Miracles. So to work with me, so here are a couple of things that I'm offering this year. So the first thing that I'm really, really excited to be offering this year is coaching one-on-one. So you can coach one-on-one with me. It's a 3-month commitment. And that's just because sexuality is such a layered thing. So 3 months of coaching with me, and you can email me info@sexualitypower.com for pricing and all of that. So that's the first way you can work with me. The second way you can work with me is I'm doing powerful heart tarot readings, and those are readings where I really laser in with you to talk about what's going on, what's the guidance out there for you? What's the benefits? The benefits of coaching with me. So the benefits are you get a lot of education, right? So there is education that I give here on Periscope, but there is so much more that I can share with you, and especially when we hone in on what are your beliefs, we can actually reprogram your beliefs. So that's a tool that I use with my clients is I work with you to reprogram your beliefs. And what that does is it really radically shifts your consciousness. It shifts the way that you're attracting things into your life. So if love is a challenge for you, we can reshift your programming to really manifest things a lot more quickly into your life. Another tool that I use is called repetitive behavior cellular regression. And with that tool, I also support my clients in really undoing traumas that they don't know they have. And that's a big one. That's a big one because I actually went through this process myself. When I was becoming a certified practitioner, I went through the process myself, and I uncovered that I had been molested as a child. And I never knew about that. But during this process, this was uncovered. And what this shifted for me was that I no longer am bringing that pattern back into my life where people are violating me or taking advantage. Right? So there are patterns and experiences that we might have had early on in childhood that we're carrying with us and keep coming up in our lives, but we don't know why it keeps coming up. And this is one of those things that really helps people just clear so much past energy that is no longer serving them. 1 second as the heater is going on. Okay. So true, past trauma is huge for women. Yes, it is. So amazing. It's an energetic shift. Exactly. Thank you, buddy. Can you show how to contact you? Yes. So I will show how to contact me. So you can visit my website. The camera. So this is my website, sexualitypower.com. You can also click on my link, and the link to my website, if you scroll to see my profile, swipe to the left or the right, depending on what kind of phone you have. You can see it's sexualitypower.com, and you can go right here to the contact page, and all of my contact information is there, and you can also submit a message. Every single person that I work with, it is very, very personalized. So you're not getting a cookie cutter program. I work specifically to your needs and your lived experience. So that is what makes it unique. And this is the offerings that I have right now on my website. Bear with me because I am still translating a lot of the content into Spanish. I am fully bilingual, so I can work with anyone in English and in Spanish, and that is just part of what I feel called to do. I know that there's a lot of people across the world that are monolingual Spanish speakers, and they struggle with the same things. You know, violence is something that still exists in our world. Violence against different genders is still something that's out there. It's really impacting the way the energy is existing in our world. And all of these traumas have an impact on us, right? Even watching the trauma that is happening somewhere. If you've lived through a war, if you've lived through violence against women or violence against transgender people or violence against even people of color, you have some experience and some of that trauma within yourselves as well. So that's some of the work that I do with my clients, is really undoing all of that. Because, it's kind of like it piles on and it piles on and it piles on, and we don't actually clear it. right? There's only but so much we can do on a superficial level. We really sometimes have to go really deep down in to the subconscious mind, to the part of the brain that doesn't know what it doesn't know. And that's the part that I tap into with my coaching clients. That's the part that we shift and really creates like amazing, amazing results for people. I've had clients who just couldn't realize what was happening in terms of like relationships. They couldn't manifest a relationship. And now that they're clear, they're creating, you know, the experiences that they want. They're meeting their needs. They're expressing themselves more fully, more openly. Myself, I know I let go of a lot of behaviors that I had, because I didn't know that they were there. So if this is you, if you are struggling with expressing yourself, if you don't know why a situation keeps coming up for you, call me, reach out to me. I am here. I am open to talking to you about what's going on, how to support you, and how to really live a life where you feel empowered and you feel completely free to express who you are. Trauma equals drama. Totally agree. Yeah. And if that's your experience, I hear you. I lived through a lot. I mean, I can share some stories of things that I've lived through, and I already have, but there's so much pain that we might be going through, and I'm here to say you don't have to keep going through it. Reach out, call me, email me, check out my website, sexualitypower.com. And thank you all for joining me. Thank you for being here. With all the hearts, the double tapping, I felt all the love. I feel I'm almost like hot to the point because I know it's like so much energy coming at me. So happy you use your pain to help others. Thank you, Zoraida. Thank you so much for saying that. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I shared. I feel so liberated and free in just sharing a little bit of my story. And I'll continue sharing because I know that, you know, everyone is going through something. And especially with sexuality, we are always sexual beings. So throughout life, we might face different issues. Different stuff might come up. And whether it's getting to love your body or getting to, you know, getting clear about what you want with your partner or exploring your sexuality together, right? Because that's a whole nother adventure that I've coached people through as well. You know, I'm here for you. And I love you all so much. I'm so honored and grateful to have you all here today. And until tomorrow, I wish you a passionate evening. Take care. Thank you for the hearts. Yay to the hearts. Yay to the hearts. I'm going to stay on because I'm loving the heart. I love you all. Thank you. Yay to the hearts. Oh, man. Okay. Keep going. Keep going with the hearts. All right. So I will check you all tomorrow. Love you. Bye.